I'll have you guys know before this video starts that I'm 37% Spanish. I spit into a 23andMe tube and found this out. And my grandpa lives in Madrid, and I'm fluent. Hablamos español. So let's get into it. We're talking today about the English versus Spanish speaking streamers. There's a giant war brewing, and it all started from Disguised Toast's Rust server. If you don't know about this, there was a Rust server, 40 people, English-speaking streamers versus 40 Spanish-speaking streamers. A lot of big names, XQC on the English-speaking side, and also a lot of big Spanish-speaking streamers like Alex, Bai, that are huge people. And it's no secret that Spanish-speaking streamers are bigger than ever. Look at Bai, the guy is only growing. So this was supposed to be a cool event, bringing everyone together. Ended up being a giant shitstorm. And I didn't think I needed to talk about this because I thought it would dissipate, but the beef is still going today. This is a Spanish-speaking streamer's Twitter account, Ricoy, who is mocking Coconut Bee. He combined Coconut Bee's profile picture with what looks like the crying emoji and made this, and that's his profile picture now. He just made that. It's like 3 days since the event ended. But let's get into some context. The event was a 48-hour Rust server that cost like hundreds of thousands of dollars to produce, not just including prize pool, but just having enough Twitch staff to run it all together. It's a really big project. Also why I couldn't be a part of it, because it was a Twitch project. So anyway, that was the idea. And it was 48 hours total. The first 47 hours, you kill people, you get points for killing people, and then at the last hour you can raid bases and do mass chaos. Amazing content. Whoever has the most points at the end gets money, and that's it. That's the idea. Pretty fucking simple. But it went to shit really fast. Now it's gonna get a little nerdy here, but bear with me. It started out with a simple rule: you can't raid each other's bases until the final hour. So the Spanish streamers took this info and made their bases out of twigs, knowing that the big bad wolf was not allowed to huff, puff, and blow it down, so the little piggies could run any material they wanted. They didn't have to get custom with any bricks today. So that's what they did. And inevitably, at some point, a bullet hit the thing, and they got kind of upset about that. And so, they were like, okay, now we can't shoot them. And it was kind of a cheesy but also smart tactic. But the American streamers got around it because they basically used ladders to get into the base without breaking anything, and stole some loot. Now, this was done without breaking or maybe raiding, but the Spanish streamers were like, oh, okay, that's cringe. That shouldn't be allowed. So the admins got involved. They set new rules. Okay, now you can't enter the square. Stop, don't touch me there. Everyone has a 15 by 15 no square, and you can't invade it at all. That was the rules. Everyone was happy with it. And then the Spanish streamers immediately broke the rules. Maybe it was a bit of revenge because they didn't get like all of their loot back from the Americans coming in. They're like, this is still dumb. And so it was like, hey, let's prove a point. But they broke the rules that were just made. And so then the admins are like, okay, look, you have to return this stuff and we'll reset again. The whole story kind of feels like one of those adults at a playground, and they have to be like the arbiter for the kids. And you'd be like, oh, Timmy, please return the doll that you stole and say sorry. But it kept fucking happening. Like, Timmy kept stealing the goddamn doll and shit kept happening. So the admins were getting involved a lot early on. And there was mostly drama from the event. And then there was arguments on people being allowed to use certain pistols and basically trying to define the rules and not actually just play the game and have great content and interactions with people that you rarely ever get to interact with. And all of this led to one of the American streamers making this prediction early on.
Do you know what's funny? When we win this tomorrow, like, I guarantee, dude, I really feel like the leader, like, they're not, this is a fucking prediction I have for tomorrow's event. Tomorrow, I predict that this tournament's gonna end, and they're gonna leave. I feel like we're gonna be ahead on points, and they'll leave, not even see this entire thing through.
Well, turns out, morning of the final day of the event, the captain of the Spanish team, Alex, who has 6.4 million Twitter followers, giant streamer, tweeted a Twitter thread that translates basically to, hey, thanks for the invite. There's a lot of bullshit going on, like Coconut Bee. I'm not very good at Rust, so I have to look to my players. They weren't supposed to be using a certain pistol early on, which turns out that everyone was allowed to use pistols at any point. The primitive rule wasn't actually a rule, but everyone was abiding by it anyway, but a minor note. And then they stole a helicopter and didn't return it, which, you know, fair. That sounds annoying. That sounds frustrating. And a bunch of bullshit happened. So here's the thing. They're not respecting us because this is all an American event and the Americans make the rules. It's on American servers. So we, the Spanish, aren't going to play. And they quit. They quit right there. Now, this wasn't unprecedented. The prediction kind of was obvious because they had gone on strike. They were almost trying to leverage that they were half the event. So if they weren't playing in the event and they didn't get the rules they wanted, then the event wouldn't proceed. Which, look, at the end of the day, they probably weren't involved enough when the event was first being created in the rules stages. And it's also tricky because trying to get rules in a game like Rust, where you can't implement them in game, you just have to like verbal, you know, word of mouth handshake. They're tricky. It's really hard. And I remember the Rust server that I was a part of a year ago, we would have problems all the time because you can't actually make things off limits. You just have to agree to do it. And if people break it, you're like, fuck, this sucks. But you don't have all the power that you would like. And then the final part of this is these tweets are in Spanish because I am Spanish. And thanks again for Toast. No drama with him. Okay. That's it. That's the thing. And they quit. And it was kind of like a melancholy final day to the event because it was just a bunch of American streamers running around and yippee-ki-yay shooting stuff, but no real content and juicy final, you know, finale. It was supposed to be a cool raid. It was supposed to be nice. And look, if that was everything that happened, that's okay. Like I would say, hey, play it out just because it's better content, and I think content is key. It's king. I would rather lose and be the punching bag for someone else to win and have better overall content than no content at all. But I understand a bit of national pride and being a captain and not being good enough that you want to continue through the rules. I kind of get it. But there were Spanish streamers, including Alex, who were also super inappropriate throughout the entire event. There were a lot of viewers that are inappropriate, but when the captains, when the streamers are saying fucked up shit, then it's harder to defend. And this is a screenshot from the chat. You can see Shroud on the screen there. Wish I could have an hour with that guy. And this is Recoy, who is the same guy who's making fun of Coconut B today with his profile picture, just typing a slur into chat. And Alex, the captain of the Spanish stream, the big Spanish streamer, being like, oh, what's the R word? And then they type in the N word. Not actually typing it out fully, but like they're joking that, hey, this isn't a slur. Oh, you're talking about the R word. You mean this. And then typing the letter N, implying the N word, which you like, it's not done from a place of like, hey, this is a fun little bit. Let's do that. Even if they would even if they're trying to come up with a shitty joke and you're trying to give the benefit of the doubt and it's a shitty joke, it's from a place of animosity when they were beefing with English streamers, which I think that added context makes this a little more uncomfortable overall and is sad to see from the captain of the team. You know, it was so bad that Twitch Rivals even had to drop a statement. On Twitch Rivals, Rust Team Battle, thank you to everyone who played. Unfortunately, there will not be a day 3 of the broadcast. Teams have come to an amicable agreement. Team Disguised Toast takes home the win, and Nemereth TV will be awarded kill leader bonus, tallying 160 kills during the event. GG's to both teams. We thank all the creators for their time and viewers watching, and then they want to make good events. We understand. We're listening to the community. The event didn't go the way we wanted. We look forward to doing right by Spain, LATAM, and NA communities in future events. And that's it. And a lot of NA streamers were pretty sad. Here's a clip. Wendy, Natsumi, one of the streamers on America's side, stayed up for like 48 hours. I'll let Hannah take it away.
It's like, even though like no one forced Wendy to be on for 48 hours. That's incredible. Like Wendy is a godsend. Like no one. Oh, rip Wendy. Wait, is that her? Oh, no.
Dude,
no one. No.
Okay, yeah. They're really caught up about this. You know, the whole internet was trending up in arms for the English speakers. But I think Mendo, one of the English speaking streamers who played the longest, right, and put the most hours in, and this is what he had to say. I thought it was pretty poignant.
I don't feel very good. I feel pretty tired. Once again, I want to make sure that everyone knows it was nothing personal. Anything I said in the game, it was all banter. Except when I called them spineless, disrespectful pieces of shit for ditching, wasting our time, and not playing. I stand by those fucking words 100%. It is spineless, it is childish, and I cannot believe that actually happened with a set of streamers that are grown adults when they call us 14-year-olds. The fucking racist chat hoppers that fuck up everyone in my team, my teammates, the people that have never played before, saying racist shit like eat your dogs, go back to the kitchen to the women that are playing.
Yeah, tell your truth, Mendo, yeah.
Get banned. I know the streamers are not doing actively anything to stop this, and that is some pussy fucking shit, childish, spineless shit too. I cannot believe that grown adults act like them.
Words I could not agree more with. I had the same exact problems when I was doing Rust with XQC because he would say something like Ludwig's being a rat and then I'd have a million people in my chat when I was a smaller streamer than I am today. And it was fucking annoying and I would get mad at X, say the same things. And it sucks when, you know, any streamer's doing it. And it seemed like the main people doing it in this event were the Spanish streamers. And it's kind of a bummer. It's kind of a bummer that it was a bad first integration from all the communities. Because I think a lot of the Spanish-speaking streamers are fucking dope. Most of them are. You know, almost all of them are. And make super awesome content. And there's nobody, I've always said this, that I look up to more than Ibai right now. Maybe Germa. I mean, Germa's cracked. But that's doing it the way I think you should be doing streams. And so it's a bummer that this like melding of communities was such a flop. And I asked H. June, prominent Rust player, awesome content creator and really nice guy, what he thought about this. And he talked me through all the drama. Look, it's tough, but at the end of the day, it just felt like there was so much animosity, and it came from a lot of the leadership on the Spanish side's team. Not everybody. Some people had great interactions and were super funny, the Spanish streamers. But the leadership on the Spanish streamer side, I feel like kind of ruined this event to some extent. And maybe there could have been more effort done beforehand to ensure that it was more fair and that they were okay with the rules before signing up. I can't imagine streamers do that much due diligence before signing up for events. But maybe that's what we should be doing so this doesn't happen again in the future. Anyway, sad for streamers. That's the drama of the week. And I'll let Toast finish it off because I think he really encapsulated it the best.
Since that's still ours, you need to turn it off for me to authorize shifter.
Hi, Toast. I authorized shifter on all the